Hey, what's up guys, Wagner Reviews, back with another video, and today we are going to be doing an album redux of the album Eminem, Music to Be Murdered, by the new Eminem Surprise Album 2020. And if you guys watched my Super Logan No 7 video, I had made a cover, or not a cover, an album review of Music to Be Murdered by on that channel, so go check it out before this video starts, because I'm going to be updating my review of it, and just telling you guys what I think about it, what's changed, what hasn't changed, and add some new perspective to it in this video. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like down below. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, on this new Eminem album, coming out with Premonition, which is an intro, and it's not just someone talking like a lot of intros today is. Eminem starts to rap right off the bat, and after a vocal hook, and but the thing about this track is that he's going on and on about how fans didn't like Revival and how fans didn't like Kamikaze, because he was just going on about Revival and how people didn't like it, and he's still doing that now. You can't just, you have to mature a little bit since 2017 and say, okay, maybe that album wasn't the best. You can't just go on and say, oh, maybe if I used autotune you would have bought it. You can't just keep saying that through Kamikaze, through this album. So I was a little skeptical on what his lyrics would be about on this album, and he did mention that a lot in this album, but I mean, at least it wasn't as bad as what he did on Kamikaze, dissing everybody left and right. But I mean, it's a pretty hard song. After this song, you think it's probably gonna be sort of a relapse album where he's doing the darker theme, the creepy theme. Then we get unaccommodating, featuring Young M.A. And she didn't bring a lot to the table. I don't like her as an artist. It was pretty boring. They were just basically blabbing about how much money they have, or how fast, and how their flow is better than everybody else's. And I mean, nobody wants to hear that. We've already got enough of that in today's rap game. And that's what Eminem was just complaining about on the last album, how people were just blabbing about how they had so much money, or girls, or how fast they can rap. But Eminem's doing the same thing on this, and I know he's trying to show that he's matured by featuring Young M.A., but she's not someone that you would want if you're trying to go in a creative direction, because she's pretty boring as an artist, doesn't really bring much to the table in terms of features, or on her own albums. Not a very good artist. Overall, the production was boring, and I understand that you're trying to go in a different direction, but why the auto-tune ad-libs? Come on. I mean, I was like, what is this? Auto-tune ad-libs that Eminem's doing in the background. I don't know if he's trying to make fun of auto-tune rappers, or if he's actually doing this as like a new thing, because I hope not. But anyway, the flows are cool, but I mean, just it's not a very good song. Then You Gon' Learn, Royce da 5'9" and Eminem. Royce da 5'9" had some pretty fire features on this album. He just really went hard on this album. And then a couple months ago, he released his own record, which was pretty good. But anyway, on this album, Royce da 5'9"'s verse on You Gon' Learn is really good. And I think this song was a little bit better. Just a really good flow, and kind of getting into some sensical lyricism, finally, because Royce da 5'9" will bring that to the table anytime he's on an album. In Too Deep, I mean, this song, I was a little about it at first, the first time I listened to it, but it does contain some of the best music on the album. I mean, it goes in a cool, I thought it was cool, just a cool direction. I think Eminem really got into some of the best lyricism on the album about being in a relationship with someone else, wanting to be with someone else, but you're already in too deep in that relationship. But I mean, that's going into some of the immaturity that Eminem shows on some of his albums, some of his sophomore stuff, some of his debut stuff even. But he's known for that. He's known to put immature lyrics in his songs. What he's known for is rapping fast, not his lyrics at all. But at least he's trying on this album. Some of the best lyrics on the album, but he's still showing that he's immature and not very sensical about this stuff. And he showed it on Kamikaze and in the beginning of this album that he hasn't matured, because literally he's still talking about revival. Anyway, Godzilla, the next song that I wanted to talk about, it's Juice WRLD feature. I just want to talk about some hooks for a second. The Ed Sheeran song, I didn't like it. I didn't like the Ed Sheeran collab at all, and I'm not surprised. Ed Sheeran and Eminem collabs never work, and I'm saying never. Revival, the River song on Revival, it was a hit. It didn't work. I forgot what it. Remember the Name on Ed Sheeran's number 6 collaborations project with Eminem and 50 Cent. That didn't work. Eminem was going back to some of his revival flows, didn't really give it any effort at all. And now this. What is this? Like the Ed Sheeran hook. Okay, Ed Sheeran's a good singer, but he's pretty boring as an artist. And going along with Eminem, Eminem's trying to, I feel like, make it less boring by talking about the club and just like meeting a bi girl. And some of the cringiest lyrics I've ever heard in a song, like, I'm a candle, I'll go out if you blow on me. Eminem is, I don't know what he's trying to do on this song, okay? Like, I don't know what he's trying to do on this song. It's unclear to me, because really Ed Sheeran provides a good hook here. The flows that Eminem's bringing in, the instrumental that Eminem's bringing in, it doesn't fit. The bass does not go along with the Ed Sheeran piano stuff that we had during the hook. And like literally one time Ed Sheeran sings over the bass and it burns my ears. It didn't fit at all. And on Godzilla, I had a little bit of that. I wish that he would have picked the instrumental that's a little more choice to Juice, that he could have worked over better. Then again, I thought this song was good. Eminem's flows were faster than they've ever been. He broke his own record for fastest. rapping, and I don't know. I don't know what this song is trying to accomplish here. Maybe it's just another club song, but I mean, as much as I love Juice WRLD, as much as I love Eminem as an artist and love seeing the new stuff that he puts out, this song didn't work. The hook didn't work either. I mean, there was no real sensical meaning to it because he keeps blabbing and blabbing and blabbing on. And sure, I realize this track is about fast rapping and you're trying to rap fast over a club bouncy type beat. But I mean, can you at least put some sensical lyrics in there? It doesn't put any sensical lyrics in there except the Juice WRLD hook, which you get in my way, I'm gonna feed you to the monster. And it literally says, I'm a monster. So, how does that work? Anyway, going on to the next track that I thought deserved me talking about, Darkness. And this one of the singles to come out before the album, it featured the Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. He sampled that. And, I mean, it's a good track though. I feel like a lot of his lyrics are getting more mature. I'm impressed is what I'm trying to say. Because he's reviving himself and he's saying, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to fast rapping on some of these songs, and I'm gonna actually have some good lyricism on some of these songs. And I get how it's hard to put a fast rapping, write well for a fast rapping song because you have to write so much. Because in this song, do you have any idea how many words are in Godzilla? But anyway, Darkness, yeah, really good. I'm so much like my father. You would think that I knew him. He's really growing on me, and I mean, his lyrics are better than ever. Anyway, going towards the end, real quick, Lock It Up, Anderson .Paak. One of my favorite artists of all time is Anderson .Paak, right? He stands in the top 5 of my favorite artists of all time. It's such a dope track, and I mean, anytime you have Anderson .Paak on a track, you know that it's going to bring a little more creativity and flavor, and he's going to add a little kick to the lyrics. And I mean, a lot of the song is about them almost losing their career and them almost being pulled back. They had to lock up their career because Eminem is admitting that he almost fell off with Revival. He almost fell off with Kamikaze, but he's pulling it back now with this album, and I think that's why it's at the end. But anyway, Anderson .Paak, such a versatile artist that he can do anything. He can do rap, he can do pop, he can do some rock. He's a drummer. He can do jazz, and literally anything that you can think of, Anderson .Paak can do it. Anyway, I'm gonna skip back to this track with Skylar Grey, Leaving Heaven, and this song, also some immature lyrics, but I get the point that he's trying to come across about his dad and how he died a couple years ago and how he didn't really care. I mean, but at the end, I'm happy that he actually addressed it. But I guess I should be thanking you because I wouldn't be who I am today without you. It's one of the deeper songs on the album, and I mean, Skylar Grey does a great job of showing emotion in her singing, and I think she does a better job here of doing it because it's over that dramatic drop before the chorus that she sings. And I mean, Eminem just does a really good job adjusting to her style, and it's almost like it's her song, not his, but again, it's about him. So, but she really expresses it through herself, which I thought was cool, since it isn't even happening to her. But I mean, she's just such a good singer and can bring anything to the table. On Ya Ya, have a lot to say about this. It's so one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's so cool and different. Royce da 5'9", Black Thought, Q-Tip. Royce da 5'9", coming in strong with his verse again. And I mean, he's just rapping really fast on this song. And I mean, his flow is so amazing, how he's able to lyrically murder everybody, and he's also able to rap in this Eminem style of rap. But I mean, I think Eminem did a good job of matching the production to what Royce da 5'9" would have liked on that song, and Black Thought and Q-Tip and Denon. And anyway, yeah, just holy crap, I think it's the best song on the album, probably for me. Ya Ya, best song on the album. Either that or Lock It Up, because these two were just close to perfection. I mean, Ya Ya, so creative, went in a new direction here, and just the hard drums on this track. I mean, just a really good job by Eminem on this song. The Black Thought verse was good as well. I mean, but anyways, talking a little bit more about this album and what it doesn't bring to the table. Some of the lyrics are cringy, and we can tell. I mean, of course, the Ed Sheeran Eminem song was probably a joke about a club song, and Stepdad was probably a joke too, but because he literally says, "This mother blooper killed my chihuahua" on that song, which is one of the cringiest lyrics Eminem has ever had. Also, "I'm a candle, I'll go out if you blow on me." Come on. I like that the production, D.A. Damon, D.A. got that dope, produced some of these songs, and I like that he's choosing to go in a new direction, and it really does show that he's kind of matured, because he picked Juice WRLD for this album, and he picked Young M.A. for this album, something that he would have never done before Revival and before Kamikaze. But anyway, yeah, he's moving on a little tiny bit, but again, some cringy lyrics, some songs that were not needed, like No Regrets with Don Toliver, and weird auto-tune ad-libs throughout, which I didn't think was needed, and I didn't think was cool at all, if he was trying to make it cool or funny, because he was making fun of auto-tune rappers. But Young M.A. was literally on the track, so you can't really do that. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and I'm going to rate this album. The new rating, I think, is going to be a 7. Really seems like Eminem's beginning a new chapter of his career. He's still rapping faster than ever, and he's featuring people like Young M.A. and Juice WRLD, which shows how he's matured, and he's also getting better with his lyrics. So anyway, that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment in the comment section about what video I should do next and what album I should review next. And if you do like some of my other videos, please make sure to subscribe. Anyway, 7 out of 10, Music to be Murdered by 2020, Redux.